start recording now. So, yeah, here we are today. Got a team game for you. Team matchmaking between the Radiant side and Quiet British Girls. The Radiant side, oh, we got some hate going on here. Just some casual racism. And, yeah, it's nothing to worry about. And, yeah, we got the Radiant side. This is just team matchmaking game, so you've just got a ranked matchmaking 5-stack versus Quiet British Girls. And yeah, we're ready to see how this game goes. Wow, okay, that's quite violent. Right, so we're here into the draft today. So, what can we expect from these teams? Quiet British Girls, they like their 4 protect spawn, they like their push strats. Terrorblade was a thing for them. Good are very sad that it's now not picked up anymore. So, we'll see how this goes. Now, there's a Tide ban for Kwai and a Silencer ban for the Radiant here. Maybe thinking they want to go for some big team fight here. Maybe some channeled ultimates. And Tide Hunter, still a very good hero, even though his ult was actually nerfed in one of the last patches. And there's the Jug. Ridiculously strong hero right now. Just getting him out of the way. Just nobody wants to play against him right now. He's kind of ridiculous. Volvo please. Volvo please. Nerf this guy. So, waiting here for the second ban, and that's the Troll ban. Another hero who's really strong right now. Just push towers down. The base is gone. Since you can now get a bit of a push strat going. NIP have actually been playing it quite a lot recently in the Alienware tournament, and they've been doing very well with some of their push strats. 18-minute GGs. How can you win? How do you play against that? How do you win? That is the question. Now, let me just check I'm recording here for a second, just to make sure. Okay, we are recording. And the Lion has been picked up by the Radiant side, a very strong hero right now. He's got 2 disables, a nuke, and that all-important mana drain, which means he doesn't have to spend all his money on mana boots, and he can destroy illusions, pretty much taking any illusion-based hero out of the pool. Especially Terrorblade, who Gooder is so very, very fond of. Now, we'll wait to see what the response is. There's a Centaur, who is a very strong hero right now. Well, he's always been a very strong hero for a while. I mean, it's like he's got weak. That hoof stomp into double edge can lead to a lot of things. He's a very strong offlaner, especially with return. Does a lot of damage in the early laning phase. Just a strong hero. Not much going on right now between Lion and Centaur. Just Centaur is a very difficult hero to harass early on. I'm just going to take a quick drink of water here.
10
Excuse me a second.
Remaining.
Right, we're right back into it. So,
5 seconds remaining.
there's the Venge pickup, another very strong support right now.
Radiant
With
team
minus
pick.
armor, never swap to save your allies, bonus damage, always useful, as well as a strong stun. Very reliable, and also very strong. Center into Venge can be quite good, especially if you can get the oh no, that's not a physical attack. It's pretty strong though. It's just Wave of Terror is just a very strong ability right now. Armor reduction does a little bit of damage as well.
10
Gives you some vision.
remaining.
Very useful all-round ability. No particular
5
combinations
seconds
there, I guess.
remaining.
You know, Magic Missile into Hoof Stomp, swap into Hoof Stomp. You know, something like that. But there's no really strong combo. And there is an Ogre Magi pickup.
Radiant team ban.
The most skill-based hero in the game. Only the best players can get the 4 times multicast on this guy. So we'll see how the Radiant can do with it this game. But just a pretty strong stuns, especially if you can get those skillful
10
multicasts.
10 seconds remaining.
And yeah, very tanky. You get some
5
boots and
seconds remaining.
level ignite first, then you can go around and just harass the an opposition out of lane.
Reserve time.
I'm gonna see here if I can actually get myself a co-caster. I don't think he's gonna be able to. Let me have a look. Doesn't look like it. Seems like he's on his phone.
Dire team
Anyway.
ban.
We'll get going here. There's a Slark ban. He's another very strong hero right now, especially if you can get all those stacks of Agi on you. Essence Shift. Just the more the merrier. And let me just see if I've got a reply. as we wait for the rest of this draft. So, let's see here. So we have a quick look at who's playing these heroes. I have no idea about the Radiant side, but on the Dire side I imagine it'll be a DJ Crinkle Cut Centaur and a Vengeful Spirit, probably played by Dim5. He does like that hero quite a lot. Yeah. And there is the Legion ban.
Dire team ban.
Not quite sure why. I guess if you can get minus armor into the Legion Jewel, then it can be quite effective. Can do a lot of damage, especially if you start hoof stomping them and double edging them and stuns and
10 seconds remaining.
and yeah.
5
If you
seconds
can, I guess if you can
remaining.
pile enough disable on it, it could be a very strong spell. So we'll wait and see what the thingy.
Reserve time.
The axe is banned out. Again, just a really strong hero right now. Spins, wins the game. Spin to win. Literally spin to win. And yeah, waiting here on the third pick for Kawaii with their fancy new logo. And oh no, sorry, waiting for a ban. We're waiting for a ban, and that's the
Dire
Faceless
team
ban.
pick.
Faceless, not as strong as he used to be, but he's still a very good hero. The massive lockdown, it's the ability to kill everyone, it's not fun. Nobody likes that. Ain't nobody got no time for that. So, waiting here now, we're waiting on a pick. See how this goes. We will see how this goes. So,
10 seconds
waiting.
remaining.
there is the Death Prophet pickup. A
Radiant
very
team
strong
pick.
mid-game hero who can kill all of your towers if
Dire
you're not
team
careful.
pick.
And has a great presence in teamfights if you can get the ultimate off and just move around in the teamfight unmolested. And yeah, this is a very strong hero. Good early lane domination with Crypt Swarm. Silence always useful, and just so fast, especially when you get up that Yule Scepter. So good. So good. And the PA pickup, obviously, late game
10
here.
seconds remaining.
Slow is always useful, especially the dagger is always useful, especially if you're struggling for
5
last hits in lane.
seconds
Just throw off a
remaining.
dagger, 3 last hits, and there is the disruptor.
Radiant team pick.
There's a lot of control out on this dire side today, with the kinetic field and static storm. I'm gonna get those two mixed up, and it's not gonna be good, but it's gonna happen a lot. Right, so obviously this whole dire team is just a whole load of control, and they're just gonna be wanting to
10 seconds
make sure that
remaining.
they have the Radiant in tabs all the time and
5
can just
seconds. 5
kite them around in
seconds
team
remaining.
fights and just swap out an ally if they need it and
Reserve
place a static
time.
storm. That's the static storm. That was a kinetic field, and Glimpse is a very strong spell. Just being able to pull somebody back, damn. Obviously, their own way of getting rid of illusions now, as both team clearly not keen on using illusions. And there's the puck pickup.
Dire
Now you
team
can't
pick.
dodge Glimpse with a phase shift, so not sure what. So that's obviously that will obviously be a good counter, but puck is some control now for the Radiant
10
side,
seconds
and obviously a lot of
remaining.
nuke damage, especially in the mid game.
5
and
seconds remaining.
Obviously a lot of escape. Hard to keep down. Hard to keep in one place.
Radiant team ban.
So, as you look here, sort of looking at some possible combos that could be going on here, you've got again, sort of swapping people into kinetic fields and static storms,
10
and
seconds
just
remaining.
being able to move people around the map at your own will, and sort of big exorcisms on the edge of team fights.
Remaining.
And then there's a lot of stun and
Reserve
disable
time.
on the Radiant side. Obviously not wanting to let the Dire get off those really strong spells that they have. So we have a Medusa ban
Dire team
for
pick.
for the Dire. I'm not sure what that was really about, since I think they'd already have their carry. I don't think they'd be looking for someone else. And as they ban out a Luna on the Radiant side. Luna again, big ultimate, especially if you can use it when you're not around the creeps. Do a lot of damage. get a lot of kills, and get a lot of money.
10
And of course, in your
seconds
carry, that's always what you want. But she's rather squishy, but then she can be very useful at pushing down buildings.
5 seconds
If you can get
remaining.
the glaives. Is it the glaives? Are they glaives? I don't know, something like that.
Reserve
If you can get the
time.
glaives bouncing between enough buildings. They're called glaives. They're called glaives.
Anti-mage.
They're called glaives. And there is the Andy Mage.
Radiant team pick.
Going to be very good against this Puck, Lion, and Ogre Magi, as they use up all their mana on their spells. Not so much against PA, but Anti-Mage can beat a PA late game if his fellow teammates are good. Obviously, he won't have the crit damage, but he will just have the attack speed and should be able to outmaneuver PA at
10
least.
seconds remaining.
However, might struggle a bit more with farm since PA does have the Stifling Dagger,
5 seconds
which can really
remaining.
help, especially if you're doing really badly. So let me just have a quick look, see if anybody else is watching this game.
Reserve time.
No, it's only me. It's okay, I've got the official scoop on this game. Oh, we did it, boys. We have done it. So, nobody's watching the stream though. But that's fine. It's practice. Nobody wants to see this. So, we are watching. See what's going on here as we wait in the last pick. Could there be something crazy? I'm guessing a support or I don't know. They could really go for anything here. I think as long probably not a carry, but a support or a mid or an offlaner. I think they could do because it depends. Pug offlane has been relatively popular recently. I think she has gone back to the mid in the last few weeks though. And Ogre Magi used to be very strong in the offlane. Not sure how much. I think he got nerfed a little bit in the last few patches. As we await to see. And there's the Batrider. That is the offlane hero. A lot of disable. Can really take people out of these fights.
Dire team pick.
And as we start to move into the game. So, let's see how this goes. As we wait for all the heroes to pick up the game. And this... the Kawaii still trying to decide who's gonna have the support and who's gonna have the mid. Yeah, just as I suspected. So, as we move into the game, hopefully. Oh, has DJ Crinklecut finally picked his hero? DJ Crinklecut has picked his hero. Okay, we are ready to go.
It's in the bag!
Prepare
So.
for battle.
Right, let me.
It is
no,
in the bag.
no, people are coming online. I can't change my camera.
It is in the bag.
Go away. I want to be able to go on the camera. Okay. Right, free camera. Okay. Right, we're sorted. Okay, so now on the dire side. Okay, first off we
I
have
don't always wear a saddlebag.
Gudra
but
playing the
when I
anti-mage.
do, I put this one in it.
And Mav going the offlane centaur. Then we have up in the no, it doesn't work like that. Up in the safe lane we got a tri-lane here with Kai playing the disruptor and Dim5 playing the venge. And in mid you have your DJ Kunker playing your Death Prophet. So we're about to have the rune standoff here,
30
as it looks like
seconds to battle.
the Radiant side, who have Sketchy on the PA, Wrongful Termination on the Lion, Ruddy on the Ogre Magi, S7VY on the Puck, and Hyper G on the Batrider. So, looks like either side is going to go for. It looks like each side is going to go for one rune each, as the Radiant side looks to get the bot rune, and the Dire side
The
looks to get the
battle
top one.
begins.
So, there's going to be no fights here. Both sides just letting one have the other. Disruptor gets one, and PA gets the other. So, as we look at the runes now, will this rune stop this? I think this rune should stop this camp from spawning. But we got a rune on the steps, a rune in the bush here, and a rune on the ancients. A ward. They're all wards, not runes. They're wards. So, as we see what goes on. Yeah. Let me get out something useful up here. We have the last hits. So, let me move my camera around so I don't have to click. So, sorry if my camera work is not very good. I'm just changing. It's the first time I've really ever used my arrow keys to use the camera in this game. So as we look on bot, as they try and get aggressive on Centaur. Not being able to really do much right now though, as they will take any damage from return. Both the tri-lane supports though up at the top, using this this window for when Batrider can't really do much to stack some camps for their carry, as they both successfully managed to stack a camp. Wow, Death Prophet really struggling here in this lane for some last hits. Currently losing 4-1, as with the puck has all the denies. And there you go, there's a deny for Death Prophet. There's Has it blocked the camp? No, the ward didn't block the camp, but it does give them good vision as to what exactly these dire supports are doing as they look to rotate into the lane. I'm going to move my camera over. I'm too busy looking at the minimap. Gooder here, not struggling for farm against this solo Batrider. Be surprised if he was. Batrider can't really do much, especially against a Venge and a Disruptor. As the Venge actually starts to get a lot of napalm stacks up on her. And she's going to have to retreat out of the jungle, missing the opportunity to maybe stack this camp here. As we look at the second rune spawn now, as a illusion spawns on top and a bounty spawns at bot. So, let's have a look here. Mav is actually doing relatively well in the safe lane. He's not being harassed too much, been able to get a few last hits. Sorry, not used to the camera, my bad. A bit wild there. Need to have a look at these settings, maybe see how I can change them to make them better. If anyone has any advice, that'd be awesome. Right, okay, so we look back to the mid lane,
is missing.
as Disruptor has actually got a bit decent amount of damage out on the puck, and did manage to get the rune. However, does not have a bottle yet. Still about 50 gold off. Does have the shared tangos though to be able to make up for that in health regen, but not in mana regen. And the Dire have actually looked for this ward, but the ward's been placed on the low ground, which I found very strange. Maybe that was a misclick. As they go on the Centaur here, he's going to hoof stomp. He's going to run away. He's being slowed by Ignite. He's being body blocked. He's being slowed again by the dagger. Will they get him? Will they get him? I think he's going to die. He's going to die.
First blood.
PA does take quite a bit of damage though. But, in the off lane, I think that's an off lane Centaur, especially against all those stuns. It's going to be quite difficult to survive. As the Death Prophet now does have the bottle. Looked like Dim5 there was going to come in and look to see if he could do anything against the puck. Had to back out though, decided not much was going on, and went back to the top lane. He's headed back there now. So, back in the bot lane. Centaur's heading back to lane. He's not giving up on this lane yet. And I don't think he should really. He's only died once. He's not had that much trouble. That's the first time they've really gone on him. And yeah, should hopefully be struggling. He hopes they'll be struggling for a little bit of regen now after they've gone on him. Hopefully they used up all their spells there. As we look at this, as Batrider looks to get aggressive on the Vengeful Spirit again. He's not level 6. Can't do too much. Just gonna hit him a bit. As they send him back, say get off my support, and they go back to it. Bot lane here again. Centaur just farming the creeps. Not really much he can do. Oh, he's not really being harassed too much as the spots have gone off into the jungle, and they've stacked a few camps for him. Well, they've stacked one camp. Stacked the hard camp. Maybe for themselves later. Who knows? Don't really have anyone who can benefit the supports who can benefit from it. So I imagine it'll probably be for Batrider if he really starts to suffer in this lane, but the Dire aren't really getting very aggressive on him, and I think
Missing bottom.
it might be a bit of a mistake, especially since Batrider, if he gets up too much money, he can really be a bit of a trouble. But I guess this is actually because of this this ward up here, and Venge has actually put a ward down to look for it, but he's actually missed. As on mid, they've gone in on Crinkle Cut. Sorry about that one, I missed that one. Too busy talking about wards. As I take another quick drink of water here. Clear my throat, so I can't be coughing all the time. Puck has... Did Puck just get a rune? Was there still a rune there? Puck did not get a rune. Puck is very sad about his empty bottle. And he's gonna... Or I don't know, it's a dragon. Who knows? As Puck walks around, sees what's going on. As Centaur now just stomps the ogre, walks back, and gets away. So this... Okay, so now, smoked up in the safe lane. The two supports. Batrider might be getting a little bit curious about where they've gone. He goes back to the lane. Gets trapped in a kinetic field. He's lost. The naked farmer got him, and he's going to get sent back just to be sure. And he is very dead. The kill going to the Disruptor. I'm sure Gooder would have liked to have got that kill, but it's better he's dead than anything. And they're just pushing him back. Let's have a quick fight recap. Let's see how much gold he lost. He lost about 150 gold. And the Batrider is... Oh, he's got his Tranquils. So, he's not doing too great, but he's not doing awfully. about in the middle. As Puck at the middle picks up an illusion rune.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Centaur
attack.
still just farming up. PA now resorting to dagger to be able to get some last hits. And I don't know what's wrong with my throat today, but I really need to drink. Maybe because I'm doing this and it's just like, yeah, screw you. Anyway, right, let's see what's going on in the middle lane. In the middle lane we see Puck trying to get some last hits here, as the Cryptstorm kills the illusions,
Denied.
stops her from getting some more last hits. We see here though, Anti-Mage is leading on the last hits, which is really good. It's not something you want to see in the early game, especially if the Anti-Mage has not died yet.
Attack.
He's actually going to get quite close to his Battle Fury. He's about 400 gold off his Claymore, 200 off his Broadsword, depending on what he goes for. You never know. Everybody likes different things. Let's have a little look at the XP graph. It's pretty equal. Radiant winning slightly, and the same with the gold graph. No difference really. First blood does give them a bit of advantage. So we've had some D wards coming out here. I missed those, so I'm sorry about that. As I look at the graphs, and Puck's still beating Puck's still beating the Death Robber by quite a way. As that was a very interesting Reality Rift there. Is it Reality Rift? I don't play Puck much. I think it's Reality Rift. It's Phase Shift. Okay, Reality Rift is something else entirely. I don't know what that is. As they go on the Centaur, he uses this as Stampede. He should get away safely here. He gets slowed by the PA, but he's still being Centaur and stomping all over everything. So he gets out of the way. However, that does bring the Stampede down. Shouldn't be too much though. It's only 90-second cooldown. Is it 90 seconds? 90 seconds. Yeah, 90 seconds at level 1. So he gets away. He runs away a bit, and he's all good for now. He is still being the Bat Rider and last hits, only just, but it's better than nothing. And both of them have the Death. Death's coming out on both the offlaners, as Puck now makes a rotation into the Radiant offlane. Gonna see where she ends up. There's no wards to spot her out. The only reason they could know is if correspondence from DJ Krunka has told them that she is not currently in the middle lane.
Radiant's
Ven just
middle
rotated
tower
down
is under attack.
to get some last hits as they use the lasso Gudra on the Anti-Mage. But now both of them are trapped in the stag field. That's going to happen here. They're both going to walk away. Everyone's going to walk away from that. And that was the first lasso of the game, and unfortunately did not work out for the Radiant side. So, let's see what's going on here. Look at the last hits. Anti-Mage PA's caught up a little bit. Not that she was far behind in the first place, but, you know. Right, let me move over to net worth, which I believe is that one. It is that one. PA now does have quite an advantage. I believe that was because she was the one who got first blood. Let me just check the logs here. Oh, something going down on bot. As the Death Prophet goes in, pops her ultimate off. Both of them get stunned up though.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, this has not gone well for the that's a 5-man 2-man rotation into the bottom lane. All 5 of them are there now, and they both die, but at the cost of a 5-man rotation. However, when you think about it, that's not too bad of a trade.
Dire's middle tower
Pop
is under
a
attack.
ward in the safe lane for PA, just to make sure it's not going to happen again. His thumbs up. PA now 600 gold ahead of the Anti-Mage, and it's not too much at this point. You'd usually expect a PA to be further ahead. Just have a little bit of an easier time farming than your Anti-Mage because of that dagger. And I feel like that's the only thing I've talked about this game, but I just love stifling daggers. It's such a good spell. Oh my god, it's so good. Anyway, I have just realised that I've had this left on for a long time. Apologies there about that.
Missing bottom.
Yeah, you know, usually I'd be sitting in the caster spot, so I wouldn't have to worry about that, you know. It's all good, it's all good. So, have a look at the Anti-Mage here. Nothing's really going on right now. Let's have a look at how things are going in the way of items. There are other power treads up on that PA, and the PA is going for a Battle Fury instead of a Mjolnir. I think that's a good choice. Usually a Mjolnir you'd be going if you're a little bit behind, maybe. Battle Fury is one if you, especially Battlefield is good if you are able to get the farm. And this PA certainly isn't struggling too much, so I think that's probably a good choice. Let's see what else has come up on this team here. So nothing really else. You do have the soaring, probably building into a bloodstone for the Death Prophet. As I try and close this graph and fail miserably. It's not even a graphic, it's an infographic probably. Let's look at the Batrider. No, nothing going on there, just psyching each other out. But mid though, DJ Crinkle Cut, trapped here as the two supports rotate in, and he is gone. He is gone as gone can be. DJ Crinkle Cut not having a fun time, as this anti-mage is really being babysat up in the top lane. Not being able to do much up against the having to be babysat just to protect him from the Batrider. I mean, this is definitely a full Protect Swarm draft right now. Maybe with a little bit of push in the middle, but yeah, being able to create space for that anti-mage so that he can really do something in the late game. Now it's a tri-lane mid here, as we'll see whether Death Prophet will actually come back to the lane, and he will. Obviously, there's going to be no surprise factor now. He's going to know who's there. He's going to know what's going on. Doesn't have to worry about it too much. Right, let me click on someone else other than Phantom Assassin. So, still a bit of a way off. I'd imagine he'd be going for the energy booster next, just for the mana boots, as they rotate back into the bot lane. This is actually Batrider rotating in, and this shows that they're possibly looking for a lasso, as all of Radiant team now rotate into the bottom lane. Oh, Centaur there. He just paused for a second, and that probably might be his undoing. As he gets turned into a frog, can't get a stomp off in time, and he is very dead. There was a TP in there, I think that's from the Venge. Just cancelled it. Not something you want to teleport into. All 5 members. So hopefully now, the Radiant Kawhi will actually be able to go on and see if they can push some towers, especially Crinkle here in the mid. But he backs off. Not sure why. Does force out the fortify. Not sure that was really necessary. But you know, it gives rid of like maybe 100 damage on that tower.
Dire's bottom tower
The more the
is
better,
under attack.
as now the supports go into the top lane. Maybe looking to pick up this anti-mage, maybe just to protect this tower. As I take a drink there, and I was talking into my drink, and that's not good. I shouldn't be doing that. Right, so. Yeah, so. As we sit here, looking. They're looking for someone in the safe lane. There's nobody there. They're all back in the jungle.
Middle tower
He stacks for
is under
anti-mage, who
attack.
now has his Battle Fury. I missed that, but that's a big pickup. The Battle Fury and the anti-mage. As he farms these stacks, and we're going to see a big boost in net worth as he comes to take... Is this a triple stacked? No, that's a quad stacked. And Death Prophet takes the first tower of the game with the Venge and the Spirits, and it's very dead. But Gudera here has to be careful. Doesn't want to lose his stack, as they rotate in. They're really looking for him. They can't find him. Gudera here is going to have to be very careful as he looks to kill the stack. Will he be able to kill it in time? Silenced. He got most of the stack, but he's going to die. He's going to die for it. There's nothing anyone can do about that. And the Centaur ult used. Venge and Disro were coming in. Just ran away in the end. And the Radiant team were just running them over in this early game. There's not much they really have to respond to this.
Radiant's
They
middle
really went
tower
late
is
game
under
with their
attack.
draft and starting to pay for it. With their own lives. With their own lives. Anyway, look at this. They're not doing too badly though. Especially for a late game draft versus a draft with an Ogre and a Lion and a Batrider and a Puck. They could definitely be doing a lot worse, and some good positioning going on. They know where their enemies are. That's always great. Well, my throat is not good today. So, they Din 5 has placed a sentry here just to see if they know if there was actually any vision there. Is that a sentry ward on top of an observer ward? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. No, it doesn't look like it. For some reason, there's no eye above it. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying things. Maybe I'm not saying things. Maybe that's the problem. As they look now to go on the Ogre, he gets stunned up twice. 3 times they finish him off, but now the Puck comes in and they kill off the Centaur. And that was questionable. That was certainly interesting. Maybe just wanted to
Radiant's
show
top
off
tower
his
is under
spell
attack.
as the phase boots come out on
Dire's
the
middle
Puck.
tower is under attack.
And the Blink Dagger. I actually didn't notice that. Puck has a Blink Dagger. I need to watch out for items more.
Dire's
He rotates
bottom
in,
tower is under
gets a
attack.
glimpse back. Can't do anything. They're going to take this bot tower though.
Dire's structures
They
are
fortify it,
fortified.
just to use their fortify. No penalty for using that fortify since the tower's just about to fall. Client takes a decent amount of damage before it
Dire's
dies, though.
bottom tower has
Tower.
fallen.
And Gura now looks to take these stacks. As I actually missed the initiation there. And the Death Prophet's gonna die. Oh, it's not good. They go in, maybe see if they can do something off the back of losing a tower. Just end up dying themselves to the Dream Coil. And this Puck is just being able to set up so many kills right now. And the Death Prophet is benefiting from it just by being there to jump in and just right click him once or twice. And alright, we see Gudera now. Just got a lot of money from taking all these stacks that were around his jungle. Okay, that is a sentry one. Okay, I'm not going crazy. It's all good. It's all good. As he blinks into the trees, slight misclick there, just off. As he now runs away. So look, not much going on right now. Both sides recuperating after taking tower, or after the little bit of a skirmish that went on at bot. Definitely the winners of that were the Radiant side, but they need to start thinking about ending this game sooner rather than later, because I think the later this game starts to go on, the less and less fun it's going to start to get for them. They tried to punish the center in the offlane. He's 1 of 4, but he's got his blink dagger at 17 minutes, which isn't too bad for the sort of lane he had. He really didn't punish him too much for. And I missed a kill there, and I'm very sorry about that. I need to watch what's going on the map more instead of thinking to myself what I should talk
Dire's
about.
middle tower is under attack.
It's Batrider. Does the Batrider have a blink yet? The Batrider does have a blink. And looks like they got a kill with Blink Lasso. Oh no, I just missed the fight recap. Damn. Alright, as they look to take this mid tower, gonna have some minus armor for their for the pleasure of it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
It's gonna 5 men. They're just trying to end this game early while they know that this anti-mage is farming. I moved the camera too far up because I'm not used to using this. Right, so my apologies for that as well. I'm having to apologise for a lot today. Thing is, can anti-mage fight yet? That's the question. Now he's going for his Vlad's by the looks of it. As he has his Basilius. Yeah, let's bring a Health goes into Vlad's. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? They ping out the anti-mage, they look to try and kill him. He's already run away though. He's already back at his tier 3. They're not going to find him. As they now try and protect this tower. Critical Cut though, the one really suffering right now, has not had any item progression in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Really not been able to get anything done. As the Radiant side really look to kill this anti-mage, they really want him dead right now.
Radiant's top tower
But they're
is
just
under
5-manning
attack.
all over the map. And Radiant really have no response to this unless they can get off some sort of good static storm combo. Maybe with some hoof stomps and some cutting edge? Double edge. It's double edge. And get some double edge thrown in as well.
Radiant's
So we'll have a look at the
bottom tower
anti-mage.
is under
He
attack.
farms. The jungle is his, as they say, as he farms the enemy's jungle. No one there right now since they're all pushing this top tower.
Radiant's bottom
As the lasso
tower
goes
is
out on
under
Din
attack.
5, he is a very, very dead
Is under
dinosaur.
attack.
And then on the Centaur, there's just nothing they can do about this right now, as the Puck actually has a Dagon. Now they really have to be careful, because this team is about to snowball out of control. And if they aren't able to stop it, then this game is as good as
Dire's
done.
top tower
The
is
net
under
worth, I
attack.
imagine, right now must be pretty crazy. It's about a
Dire's top tower has fallen.
7.5k gold, and about 7.5k net worth too. Let's have a look. Wait, does that show me? Oh, more than 7.5k now after that fight. And do they really have any? The question is, do they really have any response to this? And the problem is that the Disruptor has never sort of been able to get any of his big ults off and his big skills off, including his ult, because his ultimate is a big skill in any of these fights. Especially on this Puck, it'd be great to get that silence off and stop him from doing anything. The anti-mage may be looking to fight here as he farms the jungle, would be nearby. The Radiant know he's there, they're going to back off. Maybe look to see if they can roam around back into the jungle. This Puck. The PA currently is farming. She looks to get her BKB. Got the Mithril Hammer already, and as we... The Batrider looks to blink in. As a Centaur stampedes, gets through, gets lassoed, gets into and the anti-mage ult comes through, as well as the Death Prophet. Too far away from anyone though. They've all split up at this point. Gruder manages to get out, manages to avoid taking too much damage. As now the PA comes in and does a lot of damage to the last people left standing. That ability that screwed me up for that whole fight is called Earth Spike.
Whole lot of murder going on here. Double
PA
kill.
comes in and cleans up. Did kill the puck. That was a pretty important kill. The anti-mage getting a lot of it. As he now watches out as they look and come in to see if they can get him. He's got back just in time by the looks of it as he blinks away. Din 5 is there just to secure his retreat as the two teams skitter around each other once more. Now the problem for Kauai is now that literally the only person with any money on their team is this anti-mage. And he can do stuff in fights, but he can't do that much. Look at the last fight. He got earth spiked.
Dire's top tower is under
Lost
attack.
all of his health. Wasn't able to do anything for the rest of the fight. So, let's have a look now. They look to take their second tower. Bloodless PA. I'm still clicked on Lion. Let's click on someone more interesting. Let's click on PA. Let's see how she's doing.
Dire's top tower
As
is
Div
under
5
attack.
just throws out a minus armor.
Dire's
Not much he can
top
do
tower
really.
has fallen.
As the PA now goes on to taking the creep wave. And the problem is now, if the Radiant come win a team fight soon, and that is exactly what they needed. And depending on if this line can get in, they actually managed to get just enough heroes in to be able to stop them from dying.
Radiant's
There's no
bottom
response
tower
here
is under
from the
attack.
Radiant side. The Centaur now coming in. He manages to trap two of them in the stack storm. Is the puck gonna die? They kill the puck? No, they don't kill the puck. So now the Centaur pays his price for in his life. So that was a Centaur for a Lion there. And they didn't really manage to do much to everyone else.
Is under attack.
They really needed the anti-mage there, maybe to come in and help him clean up. He does now, especially have 200 right click damage, even more when he's around the Venge. But he was off farming. They probably weren't really ready for that fight. Maybe thought they could do more damage. As the puck and the anti-mage get close to each other, they don't know each other's there. The anti-mage goes off to find the ancients. The puck grabs the rune. As the Dire now, they have
is under attack.
wait, no, the Sentry Ward? Okay, the Sentry Ward is on the Radiant side. But they don't have any vision up there. As they go in, they try to get... Oh, that's a very, very dead anti-mage. And I think this might be the point of no return.
Dire's
As the
courier
hasted
has
puck
been killed.
runs around. Dire's courier does die though. So, add further insult to injury. This game is not going well for them anymore. They have the bottom 3 of net worth. The anti-mage is second, but he's 4.5k now behind the PA. And this is the point where you start asking yourselves whether they can actually hang on
Dire's bottom tower
and
is
whether
under
they're just going to
attack.
straight up lose this game now. The PA now has a BKB, protection from the disruptor. Ugh. Ugh, my throat is not good today. Too much talking. As the Centaur blinks away from the IO. So I'm getting confused. It's a ball. It's a ball thing. As they now go to take the Roshan. Don't know if Roshan gets turned into a frog. Just gonna get right clicked down by this PA who does as much damage as the anti-mage does right now. Now I'm taking another drink because I don't know what's wrong with my throat. Okay, so. And that is Roshan dead. I imagine they'll give the BKB to PA. And they dust up. Looking to go into this middle lane, see if they can start a fight, see if they can win a fight. Lion doesn't have much mana, not enough for Finger right now. Might be a bit of a problem. As they now lasso the Centaur, who is very dead. And that's a godlike for the PA. They just can't kill her. So, he's going. Okay, he does eventually get enough mana for the Finger, and he straight up just slays that Death Prophet.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The anti-mage does go in on the Batrider, who he manages to kill off in the backline. But anti-mage now might find himself dying, as he did die. I lost track of that fight, and I'm very sorry for that. The puck kills him. I think he killed him with a Dagon. Let's just have a look at how that fight went. That is a 3.5k gold change in favour of the Radiant side, and a 5k experience change. The Radiant just can't kill enough of them. Just can't do anything in these team fights.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Excuse me, as the Phantom Assassin really starts to dish out the damage. So, Centaur up on the high ground has to be careful here. If they want to, they probably could kill him. Death Prophet finally has a point booster up. Still a ways off that Bloodstone, and I don't think it'll be really worth it now. I just lose the charges too quickly. Definitely can't be an item they count on being able to win this game with. Possibly the Anti-Mage Manta style, but what can he do? He can't really do much with that either. What else could they be going for? Centaur's had a Blink Dagger for a long time and hasn't been able to progress far at all. As now they look maybe to take the high ground. Gonna ignore that tier 2 at bot. Just look straight to take the high ground. I don't see why not. They're winning a fight as Batrider goes in, gets the Venge. The Venge is very dead. Centaur goes in. The Anti-Mage goes in but is instantly turned into a frog. The Finger goes out on the Centaur and they just die. They're all dead. The PA then comes in, finishes them up,
What ingratitude.
Dire's middle tower
and
is
they
under
look to take this
attack.
tower. There's the GG called. Can't GG out with this though, not as far as I know. And that looks to be the end of the game. Because
Dire's
now they
middle
just
tower
go
is
to
under
push through.
attack.
Especially if at this point the Dire are just going to let them take them. Nothing they can do. They got completely snowballed on.
Dire's middle
Lost the
tower
game.
has fallen.
Let's have a look at those
Dire's
gold
middle
graphs.
barracks
So
are under
20k
attack.
net worth in 30 minutes. They just
Dire's
couldn't
middle
fight them.
barracks has fallen.
Dire side could just not fight them. They just had too much damage, too much
Dire's
stun.
middle barracks has fallen.
It was Team Disable versus Team Control, and Team Disable won on today.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think the big problems was, especially in the early fights, they didn't manage to coordinate their spells very well. Oftentimes the two teams just dancing around each other.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
The Death
Dire's
Prophet
middle
ult
tower
casted
is
in
under
base,
attack.
as well as the Centaur ult, as they just let the Radiant finish the game. Not much they can do there.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Batrider goes into the base but gets killed by all the ghosts, but had nothing better to do at the time and just started killing him instead. As they now threaten to report the bat. And, yeah, that's game over. They just got completely snowballed on. Yeah,
Dire's
that's it for today.
entrance is under attack.
Sorry about my poor camera work, getting used to using this new style. I need to change my settings a little bit, but I think it's better than it has been.
Radiant
That
victory.
is the end of the game. So yeah, Radiant, they got snowballed. Not much they could do from then on. Got rolled over. And they lost the game.
My thanks to thee.
Thank you for watching. Might be back in a little bit. We'll see how it goes. And I will tab out so I can actually end the stream. And I'll see you guys later. Have fun!